I'm going to stand here for a minute. I started the broadcast and didn't have my microphone on. So I think that is a symptom of the heat. But hello, if you've joined me tonight for this yoga practice, welcome. If you're new, welcome. I try to live stream every Friday, and it's gotten really hot. And now the sun is so bright, I had to change the orientation of everything so there wouldn't be a great, big blast of light coming from my window over there. And hopefully this will work out, but it is very warm, and I'm cheap and environmentally conscious. So I don't turn on my AC just the first couple of days that it gets hot. We open the windows at night when it's nice and cool. We close them when the heat sets in, but it does still get hot upstairs. So I don't know how well this practice is going to be for me, but because I ran on my treadmill today, it will feel good. And I guess I could call this hot yoga. So if you're like me and you're suffering through the heat without turning on your AC, just say to yourself, oh, I'm practicing hot yoga. But tonight, our intention is to breathe. A lot of times when we experience stress or disappointment or fear, our first instinct is to just, and then we don't breathe. So I invite you to breathe, no matter what is going on in your life, no wonder what is going on out in the world. If you feel stressed or sudden panic set in, just really breathe. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice that. And as we start to flow, I want you to really think about taking breaths and, of course, releasing the air. But we want the breath not just to help soothe us, but also to fuel our movement. The first thing that we're going to do in this practice is focused specifically on the breath. So in a cross-legged position, whether you have a mat or not, get into a cross-legged position. We're going to place our hands on the mat to our sides. Really straighten your back. So you want to imagine that the crown of your head is reaching up towards your ceiling. That will help to straighten your spine and elongate it. We don't want our vertebrae compressing in as we grow older. Now we're going to take a breath in as we raise our arms up to shoulder height. I think I did this just a few weeks ago. Then you're going to breathe out as you bring your hands together in prayer position and tuck your chin to your chest. Then still holding or pausing after breathing out, place your hands in prayer position behind your head and reach up to the sky as you breathe in. And then breathe out as you lower your hands to our starting position. And we're going to do this for a few minutes. You can close your eyes as you do it. And we're going to start now. So breathe in, arms up to shoulder height. Breathe out as you bring your hands together in prayer position. Tuck your chin, hands behind your head. Breathe in as we reach up to the sky, and breathe out as we lower our hands. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, hands together. Tuck your chin, reach behind your head. Reach up, hands still in prayer position as you breathe in, and breathe out as you lower your hands to your mat. Try to smile a little bit too. So breathe in, breathe out as we bring our hands together and tuck our chin. Hands in prayer position. Breathe in as we reach up high to the sky, and breathe out as we lower our hands. So breathe in, bring our hands together as we breathe out. Tuck your chin, prayer position behind your head. Breathe in as we reach high, and breathe out as we lower our hands. Breathe in, reaching up to shoulder height. Breathe out, hands together, hands behind our heads. Breathe in, reaching up to the sky. Breathe out as we lower our hands. And one last time, breathe in, hands shoulder height. Breathe out as you bring your hands together. Tuck your chin, hands behind our head. Breathe in, hands to the sky. Breathe out as we lower our hands. Go ahead and open your eyes if you had your eyes closed. And we're going to place our left hand on the mat, reach our right arm up to the sky and over. So we're going to get a real good side stretch. Side stretch. I think that's a symptom of the heat. Now reach up with our left hand, right hand is on the mat, and over with that left hand. And back. Now we're going to flow. So remember, our intention is to breathe. So as we move, we breathe in, and then as we move into the next position, we breathe out. So let's go to all fours. And we're going to do a little bit of spinal flexion with the cat-cow. So make sure your knees are just below your hips, that your feet are digging into the mat. Your hands are right underneath your shoulders, and we have a little bit of a doming effect in our back. We don't want to collapse into our shoulders. We want to build those muscles in our shoulders to support ourselves, and then dig into your fingers to take pressure off of your wrists. Now we're going to breathe in as we drop our belly and arch our back into cow, and breathe out as we arch our back and tuck our chin into cat position. Breathe in as we go back into cow. Breathe out as we journey into cat. Breathe in as we drop our belly, reaching the crown of our head up to the sky for cow. And breathe out as we go into cat. Now go to neutral spine. We're going to curl our toes under, and we're going to do a hovering table for a few seconds. So breathe in and breathe out as we lift our knees from the mat. Now continue to breathe. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now lower your knees. Go back into a hero position to take a little bit of pressure off our wrists. You can go ahead and spin your fists like I am. Then we're going to go back into that table position. And this time, we're going to take our right leg and we're going to point our toes and we're going to lift up to the sky. Then take your left hand and reach back and grab your right toes. And push out with your foot and pull in with your arm. And breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Then release. Try not to let your leg fly out of your hand. You might lose your balance because we are teetering here when we're holding these poses. Now take the left foot, point your toes, lift up to the sky, and just like we did on the other side, take your right hand, reach back, grab your toes, push into your hand with your foot, and pull back with your hand, and breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Then release. Now we're going to bring our knees together and we're going to go into child's pose. So as we do this, breathe in and out as you slide your hands back to the back of your mat, lower to your forehead, and breathe out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now bring your hands up, reach forward on your mat. I have a lot of straggly hair. It tends to get into my face when I have my hair like this. And we're going to curl our toes under and slowly lift your hips up and high to the sky. Down dog. We're going to step it out a little bit. You can have your feet close together or with a little bit of distance between them, whichever feels good to you. Now root into that left heel, even if it doesn't come close to the mat, and lift that right leg up to the sky as you breathe in and breathe out and bring it forward into a low lunge. And we don't want to be crashing into our hands. So recruit the muscles of your legs to keep your upper body up. It's really hard to describe. We're defying gravity. So we're not relying on our legs to support a crashing torso. You want to really recruit your abdomen to just be hovering right above that leg. Now we're going to lower that left leg and then go to the top of that left foot, and we're going to reach back with our hips into a runner's stretch. Breathe in and out. You can rock back and forth just a little bit to get a good stretch in the hamstring. Breathe in and out. Now rolling through on that foot, placing your left hand on the mat, and we're going to lift our right arm up to the sky for a little twist and lower. Now curl your left toes under and really slow as you go, take that right foot back to down dog. Step it out a little bit again. Breathe in and out. Now anchor that right heel to the mat. Breathe in as you lift that left leg high to the sky, and breathe out as you bring it forward into that low lunge. Looking forward, focusing on being light, not crashing into our hands or our legs. And then lower that right knee. Place the top of that right foot on the mat and into a runner's stretch on the other side. So again, focusing in on our breathing. So breathe in and out. Dig into the top of that right foot. Breathe in and out. Now rolling through that right foot, place your right hand on the mat. Lift that left hand high to the sky. Breathe in and breathe out as you lower. Place your hands on the edges of the mat, curl your right toes under, and kick that left leg back to our down dog. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in and breathe out as we lower to plank. Breathe in as we go back up to down dog. Breathe out as we go back to plank. Breathe in and out. In and out. And one last time, back to down dog. Now step your feet up to the top of your mat. And we're going to hang out here in a forward fold. I'm going to adjust my mic. Really have a generous bend in your knees. You can place your hands on your calf muscles to remind yourself to have that deep bend in your knee. And breathe in and out. Now we're going to breathe in as we rise up halfway to flat back, and breathe out as we lower. Then we're going to breathe in and go up to a chair pose. So we're going to lift our arms as we breathe in, and we're keeping that deep bend in our knees and bending down just a little bit more. And then breathe out as we rise up to standing position, mountain pose. So once we're in mountain pose, really dig down into your mat with your feet. And as you're digging down, push out as if you're trying to rip your mat in half. And hold your hands at your side and reach up to the sky with the crown of your head. We're going to breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Then sweep our hands down and up to volcano pose. And breathe out as we lower back to forward fold. Now place your hands on the mat on either side of your feet and step back with the right foot, then the left foot back into a plank position. And we're going to hold this pose for a little bit longer than we did before. So really focus in on your breath rather than all the muscles that you're using to hold this. So breathe in and out, reaching towards the back of your room with your heels. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now we're going to lower our knees, swing them to one side, and we're going to come through to a seated position with our legs out in front. So this is our staff position. I think I mentioned before how much I really enjoy this position. It makes us so aware of our spine and all the muscles that help to support it. So really reach towards the ceiling or the sky with the crown of your head while you're digging into the mat with your thighs. And that will cause your feet to hover just a little bit. Most of these poses and the quick little flow that we did can be done with your eyes closed. So that way you're more in the moment with it and you're able to breathe and really just focus in on that breathing as you're moving. And this is no different. You can close your eyes right now and breathe in and out. Keeping that back nice and straight. Breathe in and out. Try pinching your shoulder blades together. That will help prevent your shoulders from rolling forward. So breathe in and out. And if you feel a little bit of shake right now from holding this, that's good. That's our energy, that's our prana. So one last breath, breathe in and out. Now, we're going to go into a boat. So do not panic. With this boat pose, we're pretty much going to hold on to our legs the entire time, because what we want to do is focus in on our breath. That is our intention today, is to breathe. So what we're going to do is just grab your knees like I have with your hands behind your knees. You can clasp one wrist with the other hand, whichever is the most comfortable. I'm right hand dominant, so usually when I'm instructed to grab my wrist, I grab my left wrist with my right hand. So it's entirely up to you. Then we're just going to go up to our tippy toes on our feet. So you want to start to shift back a little bit to where you're leaning back. And we're going to breathe in and out. Now you can just hold this pose, or you can let your toes leave the ground. Breathe in and out. Try to keep your back straight the entire time. Maybe raise your toes a little bit higher. Breathe in and out. Then, once you feel like you have it, hold your hands at your side or at the sides of your knees. Breathe in and out. And again, you'll feel shake. Maybe lift your legs a little bit higher so that your shins are parallel with the ceiling. Breathe in and out. And then grab your knees. Now lower your toes to the mat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Grab your ankles. Really straighten that spine. We're in cobbler's pose. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now we're going to straighten our right leg and bring our left foot up to the inside of our left calf. I'm going to turn a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to place our left hand, not our right hand, on our right knee. Then we're going to take our right hand, reach up towards the sky and over. Really turn so that your heart is spiraling up to the sky. Breathe in and out. Allow your breath to let your back bend as you breathe in and straighten as you breathe out. So one more time, breathe in and out. Then we're going to switch sides. So you can turn on your mat, straighten that right leg, bring the left leg to where your foot is next to your thigh. Then take the right hand, place it on your left knee, reach up to the sky with your left hand. This neckline is not good for having to move my microphone. And over. So breathe in, a little back bend and out. Breathe in and out. One last time, breathe in and out. And we'll bring our feet back together in cobbler's pose. straighten your spine. Actually, take your shoulders, roll them up to your ears, and then down. Allow your shoulder blades to go down your back, kind of like sliding them into their pocket. So I hope tonight was an opportunity for you to focus in on your breath, wash away any fears or any concerns that you might have, even if it's for a brief moment, and allow us to work on muscles and flexibility, elongating our spine. All of these are very, very important for us, especially as we grow older. So we're going to end our practice just like this. It was a short one, but hopefully you were able to get in touch with your breath. And over the next week, focus in on that. Anytime you feel stress coming on, you might feel adrenaline kick in. If you're not in immediate danger, of course, stop for a moment, take a deep breath in, and retain that breath for just a second. Think back on this practice and then breathe out. So I do hope you'll join me again next week. I'll have a furry companion, and he's a very wiggly boy, so we'll see if I can actually practice. But I'm going to see if there's any comments or anybody watching. I might just be talking to myself on YouTube. So I'm going to come on over. I have to approach, if you've never watched this before, I have to approach my camera very slow, or OBS will pause and freeze if I move too quickly. So, all right, I don't see any comments, but I do hope that you all, oh, okay. All right, so today, yeah, I'm kind of gross because I worked all day and then came and ran on my treadmill when I got home. And this is how I put my hair up in order to do that. So it's kind of gross. But it took a couple of days to recover from the trip to Switzerland. So I'm glad that we came back on Friday so that we could just chill out on Saturday and Sunday and allow our sleep schedules to readjust. And I finally started running again on Monday and dog walking during the week, and finally back to Eastern Standard Time. But it was a wonderful trip. And I still have some footage that I'm going to be loading. I've already uploaded a few, and I've got a few more scheduled. There was lots of hiking, which was wonderful thing about that trip. So there was a little bit of cultural things, but lots of hiking and wonderful food. So I will be getting back to intermittent fasting very soon. But anyway, all right. So we left on April 2nd and came back on the 10th and packed a lot into that week that we were there. So 2 days was full travel. But as soon as we arrived on Friday, we hit the road running. And we're trying to travel a lot because, we can't retire. So we're trying to pretend like we're retired by taking trips. So there's 2 short ones that are planned in May, and then another longer one planned in October. And I haven't gotten around to actually scheduling anything yet, but that's half of the fun, is planning everything. finding out what there is to look into. But thank you for tuning in. And I will see everyone again next week. So good night.